Hey, what's up everyone? Yes, today we are going to time travel a bit and check out the best upcoming Quest games that you can expect to play this year. That's right, and I tell you, it's going to be an exciting lineup for sure. 2022 has so much in store for us in terms of content. You have no idea. So I hope you are going to enjoy this list, and don't forget to let me know in the comments below what you look most forward to. I'm very curious to see what you want to play on your standalone. And with that being said, let's jump right into the metaverse and dive deeper down this rabbit hole. Let's go! We start this list with GTA San Andreas, brought to you by Mark Zuckerberg himself.
I'm excited to announce that the Rockstar Games classic Grand Theft Auto San Andreas is in development for Quest 2.
Yeah, I know, he already said it. So, we are going to be able to explore the always so sunny Los Santos by stepping into the shoes of CJ. It's going to be crazy to finally get to drive, fly, swim, and most importantly, hang with the Grove Street families in the most immersive way ever. Next to Vice City, GTA San Andreas was definitely one of the best in the franchise, so big chance it will be a blast in VR as well. You seriously don't want to miss the opportunity to, let's say, order a number 6 with extra dip and following the infamous train in first-person VR, so get ready. Then we have Green Hell VR, a game that lets you plunge into an open-world survival simulation set in the extreme conditions of the uncharted Amazon jungle. The moment you strap on the Quest, you have to use real-life survival techniques to craft, hunt, fight and gather resources in your very own makeshift shelter. Besides Song and the Smoke, there aren't many survival titles on Quest, so this right here is highly welcome. Talking about unique art styles, check out this dystopian title called Unbinary, a hand-painted puzzle adventure that will immerse you in an unusual moment in human history. Somewhere far, far into the future, planet Earth is being ruled by a super AI that was elected by the human species itself. What the heck? And to be honest with you, this is of course completely science fiction, but could become a reality if we are not careful. Your goal, and rightfully so, is to keep an eye on this AI and make sure it's ready for duty. During your playthrough, you will bump into interesting characters, peculiar contraptions, and a bunch of other stuff. So Unbinary is one hell of a game. Okay, so this next title is a bit of a mysterious one that we have been waiting for a very, very long time. I'm of course talking about Firmament. Yes, a surrealistic puzzler that takes you on a steampunk-esque adventure that is packed with wonderful worlds and exciting challenges. The developers who are working on this are best known for legendary games such as Myst and Abduction, so I guess it's safe to say we can be very hyped for this puzzler, but we have yet to see what it's all about. A game that should be on your radar as well is Project 4, from the makers of Boneworks of course. We do not know much about this title either, sadly. All we got are a bunch of screenshots and a short clip of Brandon, the founder of Stress Level Zero, teasing us with a trailer he worked on.
Alright, so I know a lot of you guys have been wondering about a trailer, so it does exist. I have a rough cut officially.
Looking at their previous title, it could be that Project 4 is going to be a sandbox-like experience with a storyline to it, and where you can let your creativity go wild and where physics are king. One of the cutest experiences in this list is Ziggy's Cosmic Adventures, a fully immersive cockpit game set in a stunning and oh so adorable universe. Your mission is to fight your way through the solar system amidst intense arcade combat, navigation through treacherous space environments, and the rush of scrambling to manage your ship's computers. So there is a lot of multitasking going on here, and I hope you are ready for it. Another title that feels fresh in the lineup of upcoming Quest games. The new kid on the block here is Nerf Ultimate Championship, a competitive multiplayer that brings Nerf battles into an electrifying competition. You get to gear up with a wide range of new and classic toy blasters as you leap around fantastic arenas in intense 4v4 matches. While soaking in the sound of roaring fans, you have to prove yourself in spectacular maps against the best players around the world, and these maps are all having their own unique corridors and places that that you can use to become the ultimate Nerf champion. So, who knew that we would once go from our backyard to an actual VR game? Welcome to the future. Another great title for the entire family this year is Cosmonious High. The job simulator devs are back with their hallmark interactivity and distinctive humor in a brand new adventure that takes place on a very special high school. In the game you get to chit-chat with colorful students and teachers and play around with outrageous alien powers that in the end will make you the hero of the story. Going to school has never been so much fun in this one big interactive fantasy playground, so Cosmonious High is where it's at, baby. Talking about fantasy, Quill is back too, but this time she's the one that's being hunted. That's the bad news. So yeah, in Moss Book 2, the story picks up right where things left off, following the successful rescue of Quill's uncle. Your adventure continues with the revelation that a winged tyrant has turned its focus on Quill and is now on the hunt for her within the Hexed Castle, where her uncle was held captive once. So lined with dangerous terrain, daunting puzzles and enemies twisted in fire and steel, Quill's journey has only just begun. But luckily you are there to help her. But if that's going to be enough to save her life, that's the question. A big hitter on Quest this year is going to be Assassin's Creed VR. Behind the scenes, Ubisoft has been working on this game for quite a while now, and yeah, all we know for now is that it's not a port, but that it's being built from the ground up for VR, and that Ubisoft has said that the elements that we love so much about the Assassin's Creed series will be present. We have yet to see a trailer, gameplay, and an era it will take place in, but here's me hoping that they will go back to the roots of the first two games, because let's be honest, being Ezio in first person could be pretty lit. If you are, let's say, looking for a workout in the form of a VR experience that mixes Rocket League and Sports Scramble, then you might want to keep your eyes on Knock, a spacey but innovative and refreshing title that brings the social aspect of VR to the table in a sporty way. In an arena packed with power-ups and a bow in your hands, you are in for spectacular play sessions that will physically push you to the limit. So if you want to lose some pounds or kilograms or whatever you use, then Knock could help you out. Let's now talk about a hidden gem, shall we, called Sherlock Holmes VR. That's right, in this interesting looking puzzler, you and your friends have to team up to find a mysterious killer before Big Ben strikes midnight. You get to interrogate suspects, analyze crime scenes, collect evidence, and enter your mind to construct a compelling case that will put your deduction skills to the test. So if you want to experience what it's like to be Sherlock Holmes, then this game might be the one for you. Moving on to Among Us. This legendary and meme-ified pancake game has finally been officially recreated for VR. You could already play it in VR chat, but it seems like the developers are ready for a full-fledged port of the classic. So prepare for departure through virtual reality, but be aware of the imposter. That's the motto of this title. So you play with 4 to 10 players online as you attempt to hold your spaceship together and survive as long as you can, because, well, one or more random players among the crew are imposters, aiming to take everyone out, so you have been warned. If you are, let's say, not interested in being suspicious, then The Last Worker might be a fun alternative. It's a first-person narrative adventure centered around our struggle in an increasingly automated world. Combining a handcrafted art style with uniquely immersive gameplay mechanics in an epic setting, The Last Worker delivers an emotional, thought-provoking, and comedic story packaged with rich characters performed by an all-star cast. So this is not really a game, but more of a cinematic experience. Before I forget, another Ubisoft game that is in the works is Splinter Cell VR. And in this case, we don't really know if it's going to be a title that is built from the ground up for VR, or if it's going to be based on the upcoming remake of the first Splinter Cell. All I'm hoping for is that they are not going to take away the mechanics that made Splinter Cell such an awesome series, because I want to be able to fully experience what it's like to be Sam Fisher. A title we do know more about is Arcade Legend. This game leverages your creativity to build, customize and decorate your very own arcade. Isn't that cool? And the best part is that you get the opportunity to attract customers and build reputation to unlock new attractions. So over time, your venue will fill itself with officially licensed arcade games and loads of visitors. A very unique concept indeed, and one that I can't wait to try. So, let's go for something completely else, shall we? If you like flying small aircrafts, then Ultra Wings 2 might be your jam, because in the sequel you once again get to go sky high while flying 5 unique planes, as you complete a diverse set of engaging missions across an island-themed world in this made-for-VR aerial-themed action-adventure game. Okay, time for something spooky. So in Atlas Mystery, you get to explore the haunted halls of the infamous Atlas Theater, a 1940s era movie palace that played host to a shocking Hollywood tragedy. So in this game, you have to solve intricate puzzles, discover startling artifacts, and evade sinister forces to uncover the twisted truth behind the theater's dark history. So if you like to be jump scared, then well, here you go. Thank me later. Another big one in this list is the Mercenaries mode of Resident Evil 4 VR. Known as a huge fan favorite, it will come as a free update to the main game later this year. The Mercenaries is an arcade-style minigame that got first introduced in Resident Evil 3, in which players are challenged with obtaining the highest score by facing endless waves of enemies before the timer runs out. So if you want to get the most out of your purchase, then this is a mode that is worth waiting for. This next title can be lightly compared to Knock, and its name is Ultimax. It's a multiplayer VR game made by Resolution Games that lets you experience the thrill of professional athletics meeting the precision of purpose-built machines. What an awesome combo! So Ultimax welcomes you into the sport of the future to compete for victory. But be warned, if you don't have the speed, precision and rocketry that it takes to defeat your opponents, you're done for. So yes, this game trades in the cute characters and bow for more heavy artillery, but does seem to use the same Rocket League concept. Okay, so what is this, Natey? Well, let me introduce you to Hellsweeper, a roguelite combat game where you take on the role of an undead immortal. In Hellsweeper, you traverse the underworld where you gain mastery of your weapons and elemental magic. Or, the bad scenario, you fall to the unrelenting onslaught of dark creatures. It's good to know that this game is being developed by the devs who were also behind the success of Sirento, so I have high expectations of the combat in the Quest version. A surprising collaboration that we are probably going to hear more from this year as well is the one between Meta and Deep Silver. This was teased during Facebook Connect.
I think you'll be excited that we're partnering with Vertigo on 5 more great games from Deep Silver and others. We'll share more about this lineup very soon.
With Deep Silver's impressive resume, there are a lot of options of what could potentially come to the Quest. Maybe it's going to be Saints Row, maybe it's going to be Dead Island, Chivalry or Metro. Time will tell, but what we do know is that this publisher slash developer has its hands on a lot of awesome franchises. So, a genre we haven't seen come to the Quest yet is city building. Well, that's going to change this year when Cities VR arrives, because based on the successful formula of City Skyline, you become the mayor of your very own city in virtual reality, and allowing you to control every aspect of it from the economics to the flow of traffic. It's going to be your responsibility to make sure you don't go bankrupt. And to finish this list off, I have The Last Clockwinder. This is a very cool looking game that is all about building clockwork contraptions out of your own clones. In a nutshell, you are on a mission to repair an ancient tower built into the trunk of a colossal tree. Inside, you find a pair of gloves that allow you to turn anything you do into a looping clockwork factory. You can use it to grow plants, harvest resources, and find a way to save the clock tower. So it's totally up to you and your clones to find a solution. Okay, so there you go. Those are the best upcoming Quest games that you can play on your headset in the future. And I hope you enjoyed watching this lineup. If you did, then be sure to slam that like button. Lets me know you care. And as I said before, let me know in the comments below which games you are going to play on your standalone. And now it's time for me to, well, sign off. And as I always say, and I see you all next time. See you in the metaverse. Bye bye.